Okay, welcome back. After a crackdown in Laredo a couple of years ago, gaming halls or eight-liners are making a comeback, not just in South Texas, but in other pockets across the state, and officials have mixed opinions on whether to enforce the law or adjust the law. Okay, so right now they are allowed to operate. Here's what we are dealing with right now. Eight-liners are legal as long as players don't walk away with prizes more than the state limit of $5 per game. But it's an open secret, however, that the payoffs can be much higher if you know where to go. If you know, here's what they look like. And Susie, to answer your question, there's 8 rolls or spinning.
I know.
Yeah. So
okay.
4 across and 4 down.
All right, what I want to know is, you said the key word. It's a law.
Mm-hmm.
So why would they be debating whether or not to enforce it? If it is a law, why wouldn't it be enforced?
Well, all laws can be changed. And
but
so
they haven't changed the law.
They have not yet changed the law, but State Representative Richard Raymond has proposed a constitutional amendment for this state that would allow voters to determine whether eight-liners should be legalized or prohibited in certain areas, for instance, county by county. It would be like alcohol sales. You can serve in this county, but not in that one. Some counties are dry, some are not.
That's true.
Yeah. So why not turn the decision over to local authorities?
Well, here's the deal. We've got horse racing that goes on in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
True.
The slot machines are not allowed in any horse racing. They're not allowed.
Not allowed.
Okay, lotteries, that's gambling, pretty big gambling.
Right.
You can win more than $5.
Right.
So what difference does it make? Well, if they're going to have it, just open it up or don't have it at all.
Right. I agree. I think if you got the Texas Lotto, that's gambling. You can't dress it up. The horse racing is gambling. Eight-liners, and then you're talking about $5. Well, not really, because who wants to go and all you can win is $5? So you
But
know
here-
they're going into those places taking home more money than that.
You understand that we passed the lottery. We passed that based on the promise that that money would go to education in schools in Texas. And what does it get? 9% of it now or something? So the promise was never given, was never kept, and we still are in the Bible Belt. And I don't know if they're going to say you can have it or not, because Christians are against gambling in this state.
Well, because, you know, there was talk when there was the big reunion arena, whether to turn that into a big gambling hall.
That was one
and
debate.
everybody voted against that. But I don't know why, if the money can be put to good use, because again, if you already have it with the Texas Lotto and horse racing and all of that, either we're a state who that should do it or not.
It's just an issue of degree. We already have gambling in the state, so it's just a
either
matter of
we're
where
doing
you
it
draw
or
the
we're
line.
not.
Because with gambling comes mass corruption, and comes prostitution, comes all the
That's
things.
always been the argument.
It's always
Well,
the argument.
I'll tell you this. I was in Louisiana and reporting down there on the Red River when they had this debate about the riverboat casinos coming in. And they, say what you will about the bad element that comes with gambling, but there was a lot of money that went to, at least in that state, that went to schools to beef up education and the capital improvements in the schools. So it can be done.
Right.
And I think Texas schools have been the beneficiary of some of the money.
But they could use a
Not
lot
all.
more.
They could use a
to
lot
me, if you're
more.
going to do a vice like gambling, at least give it to all
Tax
the
it.
schools.
Tax it. Exactly.
Absolutely.
But the
Because
school-
not having gambling is not going to prevent somebody from going to a prostitute anyway.
So you think we should allow states to, counties to decide county by county?
I think so.
To have eight-liners?
Like alcohol sales. But I don't know what you think.
Susie?
I don't know. They're going to go, look, let's say that Dallas County's on one side of Preston Road and Richards is on the other.
Yes or no?
So, no.
Okay. You say no, Debbie says yes.
I say yes. And give
We're
it
going
to
to
the
get straight to the
schools.
point here.
Give it to the
That's
schools.
right.
They won't give it
Give
to
it
the
to the
schools.
schools. All right. Eight-liners and the cash all goes to public schools. Coming up next on the Texas Daily, February 7th, a very important day. We want you to know all about it. Wear a little bit of red on February 7th. It's Go Red for Women. It's an effort to raise awareness on heart disease. Huge topic, and we're going to be talking to a woman who's been involved with Go Red for years now. In fact, it was through her involvement that ultimately her husband's life was saved. It's a great story. Stick around. We're coming right back. Go Red.